Popular TV series can become victims of their own success. Cast and crew make such compelling television that some fans just can't wait to find out what happens next on their favorite shows, and will go to any length to get that information. That's why some productions have tried to thwart these spoilers at great effort and expense by actually scripting and filming scenes they never even intend to use. Here's a look at shows that tried to throw off the spoilers with fake footage. And of course, real spoilers ahead. The Sopranos. The Sopranos had one of the most famous and maddening final moments in TV history. As gangster Tony Soprano sits in a diner with members of his family and Journey's Don't Stop Believing plays on the jukebox, the scene abruptly cuts to black, mid-scene. Many viewers assume that this sudden ending reflects Tony Soprano's fate, that he was killed by one of his many enemies. In the decade since The Sopranos wrapped up, creator David Chase has been reluctant to spell out exactly what became of Tony. But in 2016, he told Deadline that he shot a different ending because the production had experienced problems with people trying to invade and get our scripts. The scene was shot, but the details were so inconsequential and destined to be discarded as a ruse that Chase couldn't even remember all the details. He tried to recall. Tony goes back to the Bada Bing strip club and has an argument with Silvio or something. Well, it couldn't have been because he was in the hospital. Well, anyway, it was a fake ending that we shot just to throw people off. Lost. John Locke, played by Terry O'Quinn, met a sad fate on Lost, horrifically strangled to death by Michael Emerson's Ben Linus. But the show played fast and loose with time and space, so Locke was still part of the series even after the revelation that the body in the casket in the funeral parlor was his. Or maybe not. After a major plot in which Locke led a group looking to take down Jacob, his body was shown rolling out of a cargo box. Heroic leader Locke was actually the shape-shifting Man in Black, and the real Locke was dead. To throw everybody for a loop, or maybe to keep their options open, the Lost crew shot a couple of other scenes in which the dead man in the coffin isn't Locke, but Sawyer and Desmond instead.
He was a man of faith. He was a much better man than I will ever be.
Sex and the City. HBO's Sex and the City was an updated urban take on the romantic comedy, but a romantic comedy nonetheless, and it ended like one. Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Carrie Bradshaw, wound up with her on-again, off-again guy, Mr. Big, and returned to New York after a spell in Paris. The day after the finale aired in 2004, Parker told USA Today that 3 different endings had been shot, with the one true wrap-up kept a secret. The abandoned endings, which Parker called just silly, involved Carrie returning to New York alone, or with artist boyfriend Alexander Petrovsky. Imagine the fan uproar if that happened. Dallas. A massive hit during the 1979 to 1980 TV season, the CBS primetime drama Dallas entranced millions with the story of wicked Texas oil tycoon J.R. Ewing, played by Larry Hagman, and his family and associates. In the cliffhanger third season finale, as J.R. got ready for bed one night, someone shot him and left him for dead. It was a shocking TV moment. And over the summer, seemingly all of America debated who shot JR, as pretty much every character on Dallas had a motive. So, to keep fans guessing in case a cast or crew member leaked the details, multiple resolutions to the cliffhanger were shot. So, who really shot JR? Turns out it was his mistress and sister-in-law, Kristen Shepard, portrayed by Mary Crosby. The Simpsons. 15 years after Who Shot JR, the 6th season of The Simpsons ended with a similar cliffhanger episode, in which Springfield nuclear power plant boss C. Montgomery Burns is shot by an unidentified assailant and collapses onto a sundial, with his arms pointed to the W and S. Pretty much everybody in Springfield was a suspect. But in the 7th season premiere, infant Maggie Simpson was revealed as the shooter. While there were clues that the baby did it, Simpsons writer David Merkin told the AV Club that he purposely wanted to construct it so that it made you think that Smithers had done it. As discussed on a Simpsons DVD commentary track, scenes of many characters pulling the trigger were created, including Moe, Barney, and Santa's little helper. To fool leakers further, a completely separate ending was produced in which Smithers actually did shoot Mr. Burns. The Walking Dead. The 6th season of The Walking Dead built up to the arrival of Negan, portrayed by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. In the original comics written by Robert Kirkman, Negan almost immediately kills Glenn with Lucille, his barbed wire-wrapped baseball bat. Would the show follow suit, or would another member of Rick's gang, ambushed by the Saviors, meet their doom instead? In the mid-season finale, Negan killed somebody. The show cut to black before we could find out. Viewers had to wait a while to learn that Glenn and Abraham were indeed at the other end of Lucille. Showrunner Scott Gimple wanted to keep that eventual outcome secret, which was especially difficult because The Walking Dead deals with incredibly bold and intrusive spoiler hunters. In fact, camera-equipped drones have been spotted flying over the set. In order to preserve the big reveal, the show shot 11 different Lucille-related deaths, one for each character. Game of Thrones. While The Walking Dead crew has to deal with intrusive drones, Game of Thrones has to deal with paparazzi using long-range camera lenses to snap pictures of the show in progress. In the lead-up to the show's 7th season in 2017, producers filmed fake scenes to fool those tricky photographers and spoiler-hungry fans. Kit Harington, who stars as Jon Snow, told Jimmy Kimmel that the series shot 3 scenes that weren't part of the show or intended to be used at all.
We put together people in situations where we knew the paparazzi was around, so they'd take photos and that would get on the internet to fake scenes.
For his part, Kimmel summed up what the process must have been like for the cast and crew.
What a pain in your ass that is.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.